All right, this is an unusual pickup for me. I actually got this stuff because I was being helpful. A friend of mine was having a moving kind of a estate type sale, and they needed help. They wanted to get a rough idea on how to price things. They wanted to see if they had anything of like very considerable value. See if they had, like, if they needed help pricing furniture and just odds and ends. They didn't have a lot of great stuff there, but they did have some good things, so I was helpful to them. Then I also took pictures for them with which they could post to their website for the sale, and we're going to help them write the description and stuff like that. My friend was about 40 minutes away, so there and back, and then we were there for about, I don't know, it was more than 3 hours, but at least 3 hours, just going through stuff. And I made piles. I said, okay, check this online. This is no big deal. Whatever they offer you for this, blah, 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 blah. So while I was there, I said, can I look around and see if there's anything that I want? Well, they didn't have any games. And most of the decorative stuff they had it's no big deal. Most of their money will be in the furniture. And then just like some antique kind of stuff that the only place you could sell that stuff would be online. And I'm not into it, you know. So I said, well, I'm just going to look at the CDs, right? And my wife likes to look at jewelry, and then I bought a perfume. So I'll just go through. They did have some perfumes, but this is the only one I I wanted. And to be honest, he was, at the end, he kind of went through the stuff. He said, well, because they know that we helped him, you know, and they appreciate it. So they said, well, I probably would have charged about $100 or $120 for this stuff. So they said, you know what, just take it and thank you for being so helpful. So that's how I got it for free. Yay. Anyway, this I would have paid like $10 for. This is a Ralph Lauren. And of course, it's an eau de toilette natural spray. It's a small size, 2 fluid ounce. I've seen the bigger 4-ounce size or the 3.3. This is not completely full. I'll say it's like 75% full, maybe 80% full. This is the kind of thing that I will probably get 25 to 35 on eBay. So I would have paid $20 at most. Okay, now I'll just go through the jewelry. This is cool. It's on a ball chain, you know. I don't think the chain is right for this necklace, but whatever. It's a silver cat pin, and it's very modern. And it says Comstock Sterling, so it's some kind of designer. It's fun. I'm not familiar with Comstock. It looks very 90s to me, and as you can see, it has a mouse sleeping on the cat, and the cat has no clue, but he has big heart eyes. I don't really know what that's about. I imagine that unless Comstock is a special, important designer, or he's known for his fun jewelry, this is probably, even online, like a $25 to $30 piece at most. This is cool. This is like a French ivory type plastic. Not an old one, though. Not the really old stuff. And this is by Leah Stein of Paris. I think I would peg this at like anywhere, I'd say pre-80s, post-60s. I'm not familiar with this designer. She might be designing today. Don't know. She might be inspired by older designs and whatever. And it's very Art Deco looking, and Art Deco was very popular in the 80s. You know, Art Deco keeps having these revivals. It keeps coming back, you know, because it's cool stuff. It looks great. So again, if this is worth even $20, I'm just putting this online. Nobody will get it at the flea market. They just won't spend that much for it. We don't do the right kind of flea markets for that. This is just cool. You know, these look like pieces of shells, shavings. I don't think they're lucite or plastics. They look like abalone pieces. And I guess these are just like, just glass beads, like seed glass and stuff. I don't know. She just liked it. There's nothing special about this. I guess this is silver. And these were popular in the 40s to, I guess, 60s. I don't see the sterling mark on it, but I'm pretty sure it's silver. Whatever. This is fun. And my wife does buy jewelry that has to do with cats and sometimes birds and other animals. This one doesn't seem to be signed. which is surprising. I thought this would be signed by a contemporary designer. And there you go. This cannot be that old, though. My wife likes this kind of stuff. There's a design. Oh, wait, let's see. Okay, this is BAERSF. I've heard that designer before. I think he works with copper and stuff like that. There it is again. I don't think his stuff is very valuable, but if this is worth more than, say, like 30 bucks, I'm sure my wife will just stick it online. At the flea markets, they would, you know, if it's like a $20 piece, she'd sell it for anywhere from 8 to probably 15 would be insanely high, even if it's a $25 piece. We don't like to just list stuff and let it sit. We don't care if we get less. It's better for us just to sell and get the cash and move on to the next item. Just kind of a cool pin. You know, a big, chunky, fun, don't know which way. I guess it's supposed to go like this, you know. So whatever, it's just kind of a statement piece, you know. I guess this is the same. Oh, somebody's name was on this. Laura. Give me one sec. And put on my super glasses. Laura. Looks like Vogel of New York. Not familiar with her. I guess it hangs like this, you know, or this. So whatever, it's kind of fun. Maybe you could put it on your shoulder and it hang like this. Beats me. This is fun. My wife likes funky jewelry. And this one is signed. It's called Innervision by a person named Richards. Not familiar with that particular artist. She said she knew who this was. This is Laura something Birch. Something Birch. She knows who this is. It might be Laura Birch. This is probably, again, if this is 20 bucks, boom, eBay. You know, it doesn't even make sense to waste our time trying to sell it at the flea market. People aren't looking for that at the flea market to put on eBay. People are looking for that to wear. It would be like this piece. This piece is for someone who likes cats, and it's not signed. So my wife would probably sell something like this at a flea market for between $5 and $8 tops, I think. You know. Let's see what this says on the back. Absolutely nothing. So this is kind of cool because this is just like it has a very kind of modernist look to it. With those rods, it's almost industrial. I wouldn't say exactly industrial, but it's just kind of a cool look. I guess it would be worn like so. Let's see. This one looks very Art Deco. And again, this is what I was talking about, how Art Deco just keeps having these revivals. People love Art Deco, and I'm almost positive. Oh, this is JJ. So this is obviously probably from the 80s to 90s or something like that. There's JJ does stand for something. I never remember. People know JJ jewelry, though, and as you can see, it's in probably an 80s Art Deco revival piece. This she just thought was funky. It's got, I guess it's French, but I don't know. It might have names on it. And it says Comédie, oh, so it's French. Comédie Française. That's my French. I don't know. She must have just liked it. This, what is this? I don't know. This is, again, like these where is it? The one that I said was probably silver. They made these in silver, and I don't know if they were to signify anything, you know, like an eternity or whatever, but this one's obviously a gold tone one. It doesn't say anything anywhere, so, you know, I'm pretty sure it's gold tone. Here's a bone necklace. We have people that like things made out of bone, things made out of amber, things made out of natural materials, like I don't know, stones and agates and like this thing here. So this she'll probably sell at the flea market. You really can't put stuff like this on eBay so much anymore, because if someone thinks it's ivory, they'll end the listing, and it's just not worth it. Why do the work when there'll be a problem? She must have just thought this was fun, you know. It's just a sled. It's got an arrow on it for some reason. I don't know what that would signify, but she must have just thought this was fun. It's kind of a cool, you know, like someone that likes sledding or whatever. It's a pin. This is a funky belt buckle. It doesn't look like it's made of anything other than like a costume medal, but she liked it. I think she might. Oh, I'm sorry. You know, I thought it for. I'm dumb. I said, here's a nice belt buckle. It's a pin. So maybe that's why she liked it. She just thought, oh, this will be cool. You know, she likes unusual pins. And it does say something on it, but it's not a metal mark or content. It's just some kind of weird initials. So, you know, that's why she liked it, I guess. Just a pin. Here's a bird. You know, I don't know. Maybe it could be like a jade-type bird. And it's a chick. It's not finely carved, it's not finely made, but it does have little garnet eyes in it, so it's just kind of fun. I don't know what she's going to sell us or do with this. And I probably have to put it on eBay if I want to get more than $10 for it. And I don't really know if it's worth, you know, if it's worth like 20 or 30 bucks, I'm not going to put it on. It's like too much work. There were a couple of small pieces of like broken gold that my wife pointed out to him. And my other friends, and she was like, look, this stuff will scrap maybe like 30 bucks or something like that, maybe 35, but you have to go to the gold place, because, you know, like, I mean, you could sell it to somebody, but they won't pay. They'll pay you like maybe 75% of scrap. He was like, you know what, I don't want to deal with it, just since it's broken. And they did have some other stuff, but the family was like saying, well, no, that's too nice to sell, because nobody wants to sell good gold and stuff for scrap. So they said, here, just take this broken crap, and they threw it in. So now this is all stuff that my wife had picked, and this is the only thing I got. Now I'll just go through the CDs that I got today. In a second, I'm just doing one thing. I'll just do. I'm moving shit around. Okay, here we go. Back in business. Best of Carly Simon, Neil Diamond, Elvis love songs. I don't know who this guy is. He looks like Irish music. Wolf Tones. It must be a group. But look at these guys. These guys look like you can catch them in any tavern. You know what I mean? And then they'll just start like belting out. So they'll get like all get drunk and start belting out some Irish ditties. Then there's Rock and Roll Connections, owned by Shanahan. Oh, I guess the guy was Irish. All right. Yeah, it's just a collection. Billboard, top rock hits. This is stuff I would pay like $1 for. Rock and roll, teen years, pop memory 60s, teen years. Peter, Paul, and Mary in concert. Everybody remember those guys? The times they are a-changing. That's the only song I remember off the top of my head. And I would walk for... No, those are totally different guys. Blowing in the Wind. Oh, Puff the Magic Dragon. Hey, I'm going to tell you a secret. That song was about marijuana. Get it? Puff the Magic Dragon. And for all these years, everybody thought it was a kid's song. I never heard of this lady, Kitty Callan. But it's a multi-thing. I'll check it out. Maybe it's worth $10 on Amazon. I don't know. Olivia's Greatest Hits, Volume 2. Physical. Xanadu. Olivia. I don't know why I took this one. I like her best ofs better. I kind of took that by mistake. Pop memories of the 60s. This is random people that go, oh, I want some 50s music. I want some 60s music. So there you go, 50s, 60s. 1958, if there's a certain year. 1962, 1963, rock and roll era. Pop memories of the 60s, teen years. Pop memories of the 60s, teen idols. Beautiful blends. Teen years. 1957, 1958. The same person, Kitty Callan, but sealed. Best of the Bee Gees, Roy Orbison, Bread, Air Supply. Bread is kind of cool, like 70s rock band, real mellow stuff. Till the End of Time, Bloody Bloody Blah, and then Rock and Roll Era. That's it. That's all I got for today. That is obviously all I was going to get for today, unless I wanted to deal with like weird oddball stuff that I don't normally like. Might as well do it. Just in case you didn't know, we're having a game convention. It's going to be called Collecticons. Not only games, it will also be toys, records, kind of that kind of memorabilia. I'm going to put a bunch of links to it right at the end of this video. Quick shout out to my friends. Naz of Nostalgic, great guy, talented artist, and puts up really good videos. Check him out. My other friend AJ, who I'm not with today. Lately we've been bouncing around together. A video game kid, knows his stuff, and if you watch his videos, you'll learn stuff, and sometimes you'll see me. I make special guest appearances, blah 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 blah, and Video Game Daryl, of course, another one of my good friends. That's my shout outs. Collecticon, check the website. Vendors, if you're interested, you better start buying tickets. We're starting to move some, and people, if you want to get, and also if you want the discounted tickets. Also, people that want to come, if you get there now, discounted tickets. If you pay at the door, you're going to pay more. Right? Got it? Pay at the door, you're going to pay more. Got it. All right. Bye, everybody.